muffins, don't panic. You are not on your 7th hour of Tiger King. It's just Pandemic Pantry coming to you from the Savage Kitchen, interrupting your binge watching to give you another episode. Today we're going to make a nice healthy muffin. It is a 3-seed carrot and ginger muffin. It's full of flavor. The nuts give it a lot of protein and a lot of crunch. I'm not going to give you all the exact measurements. This recipe you can find in the LCBO's Food and Drink magazine. If you can't find it, you can always ask me and I will send you the ingredients.
You can also put it as a link down and below.
Yep, we can do that.
And maybe put a list of ingredients.
Sure, but anyway, you can find it on the LCBO Food and Drink magazine. Not that I buy that magazine or go there and pick it up or anything. I just came upon it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and then you will line your muffin tin with either cupcake liners. If you don't have those, just give it a good spray with some cooking spray, or if you've got parchment paper, just line the bottoms with parchment paper. The first thing, this is such an easy recipe. The first thing we're going to do is we have 2 ingredients in here. This is whole wheat flour and white flour. Again, if you don't have any whole wheat flour, don't worry about it. Just use what you've got. So I've got the 2 flours in here. I'm going to add to that toasted sunflower seeds. They're raw. I bought them raw, no salt, and just gave them a little toast on the stovetop. Those are going in. Hemp seed, raw hemp seed that you can get at the bulk food store, super delicious, goes in there, as well as ground flaxseed. And then your regular baking powder, baking soda, and salt all goes in this bowl, nice large bowl. Just give it a little whisk until it's combined. These are a great muffin after a workout or on the go. There's so much protein and flavor in there. Okay, that is your dry ingredients. Then for your wet ingredients, I have plain yogurt. It's not no fat or not Greek yogurt, just plain yogurt. It's a little bit thinner. To the yogurt, we're going to add 1 egg. It calls for butter or oil. I'm using coconut oil, 1/3 cup of coconut oil. I just like the flavor of coconut oil. Just adds a little bit to these muffins. The recipe calls for white sugar. I use brown sugar. It's just a preference. You can do whatever you want. Brown sugar to me, just again, another little depth of flavor over the white sugar. And there's 2 tablespoons of ground ginger here, and this is amazing. It just gives these muffins, I don't know, that little extra.
Brightens it up.
Yeah, kind of cool. And then some honey. This honey is from Muskoka. My friend Patty's brother used to live up in Muskoka, and this is local honey from up there. It's delicious. I also have friends in Wisconsin, Joe and Cindy, and Joe used to have his own bees and make his own honey.
Well, didn't the bees make the honey?
Well, the bees made the honey, but Joe did a lot of work too. I'm not using that honey in this recipe because it's like my liquid gold. I used to think all honey tastes the same. Believe me, it does not. So I'm just going to give this, the wet ingredients, a little stir together. And I'm going to add it to the dry. Don't even need a stand mixer or anything for this recipe. All goes in there together. And we are good to go. We're just going to mix this up until it's combined. Doesn't need a big mix, just until all the wet and dry are combined together. I don't know if anyone has been trying many of the recipes. I've had a few people, my sister-in-law and niece have made several batches of the cookies that I did. I FaceTimed my sister in BC yesterday and she was making the cookies, but she ate most of the batter, so I'm not sure how many cookies she actually got. But let me know if you're trying any of these things and let me know what you think. So this is all just combined. It's as simple as that. And we're going to go ahead and fill our muffin cups about 3/4 of the way full. You should get 12 nice big muffins. When you're done filling them all, I've got a mixture of the same thing, the sunflower seeds, the hemp seed, and instead of ground flax, I used flax seed, but you can just use the ground flax as well. And you're just going to go ahead and put a little sprinkle of that on the top of each muffin. Bake them for 20 to 25 minutes, and when we come back, I'll show you the finished product. Welcome back. So before we get started, 3 things. Welcome to January. If you can see out any of my windows, it's snowing, and a good virtual distance game would be snowball fight, so get out there and do that because it is packing snow, I checked. Secondly, I apologize for my sniffles through all of these episodes. I assure you I am not sick. I have suffered from allergies, seasonal allergies, since before all of this started, and I'm convinced that I am allergic to Claritin because every time I take it, 20 minutes later, I'm worse. And thirdly, for you students that were paying attention to the recipe, honey ginger carrot muffins, you're probably asking yourself, where's the carrot? Well, there is no carrot because it is not, in fact, 3-seed honey carrot ginger muffins. It is 3-seed honey ginger muffins. There is no carrot in these muffins. Okay, so having said that, here are the muffins, the finished product. They came out beautifully. I did them for just the 20 minutes instead of 25, and they're gorgeous. If you're wondering the inspiration for muffins, why I did muffins, because growing up, Jim and I have been very fortunate. When Paige was growing up, all the way up until she moved into her own home, I think we were able to have a sit-down dinner practically every single night. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yeah,
pretty much every night.
Yeah.
Sit-down dinner. It was a tradition in my family, so we were always able to do it.
We're very lucky.
Yeah. Breakfast, however, was a totally different story. Everybody's running around getting ready for work, getting ready for school. Some people didn't even have breakfast. It was chaos. So I've noticed since we've been home, it's really nice. Jim and I can get up early and just enjoy a coffee and then sit and have a nice leisurely breakfast. It's pretty cool. But we will be back to the same old on-the-go breakfast in the morning, and these muffins are perfect. A few things you can do with these muffins. You can eat them plain. You can put jam on them, butter on them, honey. A great aside is salted honey butter, which is take 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and soften it. Add 2 tablespoons of honey and about a half teaspoon of flaky salt. Mix that together and it's delicious. Jim also used to just crumble his muffin up in a cup of yogurt. Didn't you, Jim?
Yeah, I used to use it in place of granola.
Yeah, so either way, or just grab it and go out the door. So that's it. I hope that the next week is good for you. If I had my way and if things were normal, Jim and I would have landed in Florida by now to see family and get some sun. Unfortunately, that's not happening, but the good positive side of social media is we can text, we can FaceTime, we can send pictures. It's really a cool thing, but be careful. I've seen a lot of negative things on Facebook in the last little while, a lot of postings that aren't, substantiated, I guess, and false information. As much as we need to be up on what's going on in the world, listen to your local news. Patty Handysides on AM 800 will give you great, accurate news. And when you're ready for entertainment, we have a local musician, Ted Lamont, who does TED Tuesdays live on Facebook, I think at 8 p.m. every night. Great. And there's lots of kids and families. I enjoy watching the dance videos and the singing. It's really refreshing to see. And I'm not a professional. I did not quit my day job. It's just not available right now, but there are lots of professional cooks out there and great videos of other people cooking as a family, and it's a lot of fun. So for the next week, stay safe, stay well, virtual hugs.